Good evening. Tonight I want to talk to you about insecurities, and self-doubt. Notebook is closed. I'm not using any notes. I never really use notes. But anyway, so we're just going to shoot this one from the hip 100% because like sometimes I'll make myself some bullets or whatever. But if I stutter, if I screw up, it's whatever. I've gotten a lot more comfortable with being able to do these videos. And whenever I first started doing them, I was really insecure about it. I feared judgment from people. So I got a lot of positive feedback through the process of doing these videos. And I want to talk to you about that. Self-doubt and insecurities kill more dreams than failure ever will. What failure does is failure teaches you these lessons that you can only learn by making mistakes, right? So you take a loss, you learn from it, you get wisdom from it, you come back stronger, whether it's like you fail at a competition or you fail a test or whatever. What failure does for you, or it creates clarity, But anyway, so we're not talking about failure, but the self-doubt to me it's crippling. Whenever you have self-doubt, it doesn't allow you to perform at your full potential because like you're already starting out doubting yourself. You're already starting out thinking that you're not going to do that good. I didn't start out in a place of being able to run 100 miles or like even run a marathon. Whenever I first started running, I sucked. It was very embarrassing for me to go out and run a 5K. I was still smoking cigarettes and stuff at the time. And I was running like a 31, 36, 5K, 3.1 miles. With that, like, time, that was just like, wow, I'm just terrible, or whatever. Like, I rode my bike every day, but I just wasn't training properly because I was just insecure about different things. Insecurities for me, like with doing these videos or like maybe you go to a new gym and you're insecure about going to the gym because it's a new environment, there's new people there, there's new machines, you might not know what you're doing. Everybody starts somewhere. Everybody starts at the bottom. Mr. Olympia didn't start his journey at 265 pounds, straight jacked, like people don't just start out in professional baseball and they're like great athletes. They might have sucked back in high school and then they got better. They stayed consistent and they kept going. They practice. And that's what I do with like my training. I didn't just get to here overnight. So it's okay to be insecure, but if you are insecure or you have self-doubt, you have to go and you have to get uncomfortable. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You have to set your alarm earlier than everybody else. You have to get up earlier than everybody else. You have to stay up later than everybody else in order to get better. If you do not do these things, then you're going to be just like everybody else. You're just going to be average, and that's fine too if that's what you want to be. But if you want to be great, don't let self-doubt and insecurities hold you back. And then don't judge yourself don't judge your journey off of somebody that's 100 miles ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, ride your own wave, stay in your own lane. Don't worry about what other people's doing. It doesn't matter what other people's doing. Some people might focus on you for a little while or something like that. But don't worry about that. Don't worry about the things that you have no control over. I know it sucks sometimes. Like, it sucks to feel like you're being judged or something like that. But don't get so hung up on that. You know, okay, well, it might bother you for a little bit or something like that, but just put that out of your head. Because whenever I first started going to the gym, you can ask the people that initially trained with me and stuff like that. Man, my first day in the gym was extremely embarrassing. Okay, like I couldn't do the warm up. I was like dying, but you remember I was smoking cigarettes. Okay, so I was just like, I looked like I just finished a CrossFit competition or something like that, where like somebody's like rolling on the ground, dead, dying. They'd just given all they had. And I think literally all I did was like 20 push-ups, 20 dips, like 20 mountain climbers, 20 jumping jacks, some airplane things, like just some mobility movements and stuff like that. And it was a comedy act, really, is what it is. You know, to say that like a year ago I started out in that position and I am where I am now, because me being in that position made me strive for so much. That insecurity, I use that for fuel. I'm sorry, wrong word. Self-doubt. That's why I started going to the gym, because I didn't want to be that person that I was anymore. I wanted to create a life that like I needed to find something to do because I doubted even being sober at that time. I doubted if I was going to be able to continue to stay on that positive path. And so like this is my addiction. You know, like my addiction turned to my health. I wanted to better my life. I wanted to, you know, like once I started bettering my life, people looked to me for advice and stuff like that. And you could do the same thing. You know, people will come to, whenever you start to be the expert in your field, or like you start to do really good, people are going to come to you for advice and seek your opinion. You know, so don't let insecurities and self-doubt get in your way of your dreams, because they will absolutely 100% crush them and stomp them to the ground, and then keep you in a place of misery, and like just that old mentality. They'll keep you in a victim's mentality. Oh, I'm just not good enough. You know, just ask yourself, what if? What if you gave it all you got? What if you gave everything you had to everything you were involved in? You know, what if? What could you be? You know, like when I first got into this athlete search and stuff like that, I doubted I would be able to do anything. I was like, man, they have all these great athletes. I was looking at all these people that are in there, and everybody that's in it is just like in super good shape. It felt like they were 100 miles ahead of me. Well, then they extended the athlete search for another 6 months. Well, like I felt like I was catching up. Maybe I'm catching up. But now I'm going to headquarters. You know, like now I'm in a group of 8 people that's going to headquarters. And, you know, I don't remember when they said that they were going to make a decision on the athlete search. Maybe it's in January or something like that. But I feel like I have a chance. I feel like I'm part of, like, I've created something. I've carved out a niche. You know, like I've created purpose for myself. Instead of letting that self-doubt and insecurity hold me back, I fought for so much more. Like, I actually created something. I'm somebody now, you know, or whatever, however you want to look at it. If I kept the same mentality, or I kept those insecurities and that self-doubt, hell, I'd probably be back incarcerated again, you know, or still on drugs or whatever. You know, like you have to, you know, don't let these insecurities and self-doubt ruin your life. So I'm going to get off the soapbox. I appreciate your time and your attention, and I really appreciate everybody's support. It means the world to me. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the love and support that everybody shows me. So thank y'all so much. I hope y'all have a great night. I hope y'all are out there crushing it. If y'all have any questions, please reach out to me on my Facebook, my Instagram. Shoot me a DM, whatever. I'll do anything I can to help you, man. I'm here for you. So I hope y'all have a good night.